This will probably still fit behind the hammock. Oh yeah.
The fruit hammock. Fruit hammock.
The food hammock. Yeah. Oh, it's got a little fan too. That's cool.
Nice. So that red thing
smells,
right there.
Still smells.
Wait. It's gonna have a new, more power.
More power. This is interesting. Shoot. Uh-oh.
What?
I'm gonna have to buy new wire. No, that's not gonna be long enough. What gauge wire is this? 12 gauge. Shit. Can we make a quick stop at Lord Go? Oh my god.
Yes. You need a CPAP machine so that I don't have to sleep with earplugs.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like because I could run this on lower. This is the thing. Like it's just like, yeah, you could run this on lower gauge wire, then it's gonna run a little hot, and it's not gonna last as long. And yeah, like this is what you're supposed to use to hook it up to, like, to strap to a battery, right? I don't know. I could think of something. I could think of a different way to not need wire, but I'd like to install it exactly where it was, so then it's nearby. But
okay, let's go to Lord Go.
Yeah, we should just get the right wire, 12 gauge wire.
Why did you buy that?
I don't know.
Well, what do you mean you don't know? Because
now I can run power tools. You know what's crazy is we spent like $250 on that little 350 watt pure sine wave. This was on sale for $280, and it's a pure sine wave 1000 watt. So
okay,
like,
but that's the third inverter we've bought.
No,
second. Third one we had.
Yeah, but this is the one where you can run everything and a television. And
you said that with the last one.
That's not what I said. It's not what I said. This 1000 watts for $270, and it's got a 2-year warranty. There's a handful of other things. It comes with an on-off switch, but I need to go back and get the right fuse because it needs a 100 amp ANL fuse.
Of course it does.
Yeah, it does.
Our travel fun's getting small.
But I have the 6-gauge wire already. Like everything I need except for I have it, and the spot for it. Look at that little thing. Look at this. Look at this. Look, this here. Just everybody. Like this 350 watt thing, we always have to be like, oh, don't charge 2 laptops at once, or don't do too much at once, right? And the thing is, we're gonna have 350 watts of solar power, so it's like this is the proper thing to have now, I guess. And it was cheapish, and it's got 2-year warranty, and you know how good Canadian Tire is. But like this fits back here perfect, like a glove.
So does the one that's there now.
You're funny. You are funny.
You got to go pick cherries, make some money.
Yeah, at some point I will. But yeah. So yeah, the CPAP, when the CPAP's running now, there'll be no noise except for the CPAP. Whereas right now when the CPAP's running, you can hear this thing. Yeah. I'm going to Lord Go.
What are you going to come back with?
The right fuse.
Oh. Another solar panel, new inverter.
Everything's fine.
Where does it end?
Everything's fine.
We're putting in the new inverter.
Oh yeah. Here's the button. Here is the button.
It's gonna have an on-off button.
Yeah, it comes with its own on-off button, so I don't have to wire one in. And it's plugged in. Let's see if it works. Oh my god, it works. Oh, it's even got a little green light.
Look how messy this fan is.
Oh, it's just for a day. Come on, relax. It shows you how many watts the load pulls on the I'm happy. That's worth it right there.
That's exciting.
Yeah, plug in your laptop. See what your laptop pulls when it's charging.
Here.
You mean pass? Okay, that's your laptop.
Unplug my phone.
Yeah. 60.
And what was my phone?
30.
Oh. This is a fun game.
You're telling me it's a fun game. This is seriously a fun game.
How many watts? How many watts?
Yeah, how many watts? How many watts? I know. This is worth every penny. Oh my god. Fuck, phone pulls 30 watts? Holy shit.
Is that a lot?
No, not really. Like the fridge pulls 60, but it pulls 60 all day. So if it's on for 15 hours, which is usually what it is, then that's 900 watts. Like that's over half of our total wattage. But like I said before, if once we have the 350 watts of solar power, like charge everything during the day because the sun's because we're gonna have excess power available. So use that excess power. Sweet. Well, this is so cool, man. That's so cool that we could see that. So, inverter. Quick tip. Samlex Power. Inverters that you can buy at the RV store. I'm not saying buy them at the RV store, but the more expensive ones are worth it. The fans are a lower frequency and they don't whine as much. The Motomaster Eliminator, the cheaper ones, even the pure sine wave ones, the fans are loud, they're excruciating, they're only for cooking. Get the Samlex Power. If you're going to do a new build, I'd suggest a 1500 watt Samlex Power or 1000. But yeah, it's just something like that.
Rather than having to buy two.
Yeah, so we learned the hard way. We have two because I bought this one second, but now we use this one for cooking and we use this for everything else because it's very quiet.
Yeah.
It's not quiet, but it's way better than anything else.
Awesome.
So, yeah, get the Samlex Power.
So Andrew just came back with a
Induction cooktop.
single burner induction cooktop.
Yeah, because we bought a 1000-watt inverter. Or I did.
I'm happy to get rid of the propane stove.
Big important tidbit here. This is not a hot plate.
Which is what I called it.
Like it shouldn't get... Well, I have no experience with it, but pretty much all I know is that anything that can become magnetized, this will induce just a heat in this. Like it'll induce a bit of a current in here, and this makes this hot, not through conduction, but through induction. Because usually this becomes hot, and through conduction, it's like this gives its heat to this because they're touching and it's radiating heat. So it's giving a hot plate. Welcome to Andrew's Science Channel. A hot plate gives its heat up through radiation and conduction. Okay, it radiates heat, and it's transmitting because they're touching. This is creating a magnetic field that is inducing. Don't quote me. I might be saying this a little bit wrong, but it's like creating a little bit of a current with nowhere to go, and then this is getting hot through induction. Like yeah, just like, hey, look, there's an air gap, but this is getting hot and this is not.
So you went around Canadian Tire with a magnet?
Yeah, I was in the pan aisle, just like putting a magnet on, like, and then two old ladies back to back were like, "What are you doing?" And the one little old lady like knew exactly what I was doing.
Because it has to be steel?
Yeah. Well, it has to be something that's magnetized. So copper will work, right? Steel, stainless steel, iron, like a cast iron plate, good to go. Okay. But they're heavy and bulky, and I don't know. I didn't buy one, but
so
like
we just put that on the counter and plug it in?
Pretty much.
Where am I going to put Rogan? I'm just kidding. Jesus. No, that's smaller than the stove.
Check
I'm
this
excited.
out too. It shows you how many watts you're using on here. So yeah, we can't go over 1,000. So that's 300 degrees. Huh. Interesting. So we can't cook over 300 degrees. Well, you win some, you lose some. It would make sense that it's way more efficient because like it's not chucking its heat, you know, like it's not radiating heat. Well, we'll find out. I haven't used the damn thing, but the idea is like. You know, there's a lot of waste heat if you have an element.
Yeah.
Like a regular stove or whatever stove that actually becomes hot. It's just dumping heat everywhere. Whereas this, it induces.
Nice. Well, we'll try it out and tell everyone how it works.
All right. I've never played with one of these before. Pan that I bought today.
with your magnet.
Yeah. I have no idea how to do that.
Ooh.
It starts at 1,000. Holy crap. Oh yeah, it's getting warm. Wow, it's getting warm. So 300 watts? Is it pulling 300? What? 380.
So we shouldn't have anything else plugged in when we use this?
It's okay.
Cool.
Yeah, it's warming up. So 125. Yeah. Wow, it gets warm quick.
Okay, I'm
here's
gonna
a
cook
question.
soup in like an hour.
Yeah, look.
That's not hot?
No, oh, not even. Like, I think the only heat is just the radiant heat from the pan. Like this induces the heat. I'll just say heat in this, and then this radiates its heat back to this, and that's what makes this warm. Not
okay.
Yeah. People at home are like, what?
We're still figuring it out.
Yeah. So, but that's the best thing is like this uses all of its energy to make this warm. So that's why
and we don't need propane.
But the thing I do like is that when you turn it on, it goes to 1,000. Thank God, because if it went higher than that, this thing would trip.
Okay.
Holy crap! That's fucking hot. That's really hot.
Cool.
Yeah, this thing's pretty neat. So yeah. Anyways, that's van life, baby. Ooh, smells
Woohoo.
like melted metal.
Cooking soup.
This is our
for
first
the first
induction
time.
cook. Yeah.
Big deal.
Big deal indeed.
Soup. Let's see how quick it cooks.
Yeah.
How much do you love our new stove?
Oh, so much. This is so much better than propane. This is the way to go. Induction stovetop is amazing. It's very efficient with electricity, and it allows you to get off propane.
Yeah, it's safer.
Which is great because propane's a pain to set up, and it's safer. Yeah, like propane is a backup.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, get an induction stovetop.
It's the way to go with a van, for sure.
Go.
And what did we just buy on Kijiji? For cheap.
Oh my god. We bought a fridge about the same size as this, pretty much the exact same size as that, but it's refrigerant fridge. So it doesn't completely suck.
Yeah, this one doesn't keep everything cold enough.
It's been 30 degrees the last few days. This thing can't keep up anymore. Thermoelectric burns through so much energy for such little cooling. It's so inefficient. It's terrible. It'll get you by for little things and up to like plus 20, 25 Celsius at most, but past that, it's not worth it.
We're going to buy a new fridge for Patrick, and whoever, the man is very nice. We talked to him like a week ago and he held it for us.
This is a beautiful neighborhood.
And he lives in a beautiful neighborhood.
That's the highway I think we need to get on to get out of this town.
New fridge! We're gonna have to cover it and make it a little nicer, but it's gonna fit perfect.
You got it.
Getting rid of the cooler fridge.
Oh, the crappiest fridge in the world.
Yep, it's terrible. We don't like it.
So bad.
It's loud and it sucks a lot of power.
Fucking hate it. Yeah, it's so bad.
See ya. Careful. It was okay for $60 off Kijiji.
Barely. Oh, maybe we should clean that for a bit.
You can see our new pots above Andrew's head that we got.
This thing stinks.
Oh, great.
Yeah, we should probably clean this. Fuck. It stinks. Ugh.
Should we get the bleach? Wash in the new fridge before we put it in. Great to have a hose.
Right?
Fixing the door. So I'm super excited about this piece of wood that I'm holding. We got a new fridge yesterday, which is amazing. And it's like a real fridge and it takes less power and it's perfect for a van. And we found it on Kijiji. And it's a little bit lower, which is awesome because the last one I was sleeping here and it was higher, so it kind of made me a little bit claustrophobic. But I went in Walmart to get some things to decorate the van, which I'm going to do this weekend. And I ended up finding this craft board, which is like absolutely perfect as a table. Andrew needs to put like some L hooks or something so that it's not above the compressor, but my table's going to be bigger and lower right by my bed, and I'm super excited. Okay, so the verdict on our 12-volt refrigerant compressor fridge is that we absolutely love it. We decided that we don't need a shelf because it's just better to pile everything in there, and it has a freezer, which we can also put stuff in, so sometimes if we need the cooler, we can take those ice packs out. So yeah, this fridge is much, much better than the last one, and it's quiet. I also love my table. Andrew wants a fourth,
Show them this.
count it, fourth solar panel. So
Three 100s and then a 50, so 350 watts total, but I'm going to go off on a heavy tangent if I get started right now.
I think we don't need it.
Okay, so in a nutshell, this thing can handle 260 watts. It's an MPPT controller, so it can throttle to 260 watts, even if you oversize the controller. So here's the problem. At 260 watts, you don't actually have 260 watts. Both the panels are like this, so at any given time in the day, you're not getting the full capacity of all of the panels because they're all different angles. All three of them are different angles. So the thing is, you can oversize the thing to 350 watts, and then pretty much on any given day, when the sun's not directly above the van, you'll be getting less than 350 by a lot. Like I've learned that 250 watts of solar, the most I've ever really seen is 180. And then maybe when the sun's directly above the van, we might get 220, like a 240. That's it. You don't ever, like if it says 100 watt panel, the odds of you getting 100 watts, you're gonna have to be in Mexico and having the thing aim perfectly at the sun. Then you get 100 watts. It's only lab conditions. So really 100 watt panel is only like between 60 and 80. On cloudy days, we will still get the equivalent amount of energy that we would need on a sunny day. So,
Fourth solar panel.
fourth solar panel, indeed.
And final.
Oh, maybe.
Final.
Never know. Just kidding, yeah. It's not enough room for any more.
Is it more work than you thought it was going to be?
What's that?
Is it more work than you thought it was going to be?
No. No, this is really easy now. Like
1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, this is pretty easy.
How many amps are we getting with our fourth solar panel? You're excited about the amps?
208 watts. Oh yeah. God.
So many amps.
So many amps. All the amps. Once we hit 13 volts, I'm gonna have to cook just to steal some of this energy. So much power.
Last night he was like, I'm excited about tomorrow.
Oh fuck yeah.
I'm like, why? To see how many amps.
We're at 16.2 amps. It's usually a 12 amp. It's usually 12 amps. Multiplied by 13, and that's how many watts we got.
Are you gonna cook something for me?
I can just cook a whole bunch of food. 'Cause
Yeah.
We got power for days.
Solar panels.
So in the end, we kind of realized that 350 watts with 150 amp hours of battery, this is enough. This is just enough. I would say that the amount that, like, if you're gonna do a new build, I'd shoot for like 400 watts with a 40 amp charge controller and 200 amp hours of battery. That's going to cost you a bit. You could chop all that in half and that would be adequate. But like if you want to have like 30% more than you need, go like 350 or 400 with a 40 amp charge controller and 200 amp hours of battery. That'd be nice.
For 2 people in a van.
Yeah, for 2 people in a van. And that'll give you the induction, that'll give you all your stuff charged. That'd be good.
And video games.
Everything.
Yeah,
everything. Yeah.
Great. All right, what are we doing?
Well, we bought a whole bunch of stainless steel nonstick pans, but putting them just like at home, you just put them in drawers. But having them hanging in your kitchen is nice. Imagine having them hanging in here. We don't have to worry about scratching. We don't have to worry about bending over and sifting through. So this is the first. This is alpha. This is version 1.0.
Okay.
So my idea was to put it in here, right, and then it hangs on this guy, and then this is what holds it in place.
Right.
And then, but it's a little. I'll just tighten this up. But
okay.
It should be good.
Nice.
Yeah. So I'll redo it and get it right.
Where are we going to hang the 4th pot?
Oh, it's easy. You go right here.
Can we hide that cord?
Like that?
I don't know. We hung all the pots. We have a little bit less room for fruit.
I could hang stuff here too.
But it fits in the drawer. We don't need to hang stuff that fits in the drawer.
Okay.
You're gonna do it anyway, aren't you?
Yeah.
Why are you drawing on the outlet?
I just enjoy painting. Because they're hard to see. Like, you shouldn't have to spend any more than a quarter of a second to know where to put the plug. When you look at it and you're like, because you gotta hit it. Well, now you know because I just drew over them. But when you're over here and you're trying to find them, like, it's not obvious where and which way to put the.
I'm making fun of him, but I actually couldn't find the plug-in spot earlier.
Yeah, exactly. So. The van came with one Group 31 AGM 105 amp hour battery. So I just bought another one, and then I bought a Group 24. So we have 289 amp hours of battery. We only have 140 amp hour usable if you go to half capacity. But for the amount of money that you spend, just buy lithium ion. Don't ever buy AGM. Like, don't buy AGM. If you have a choice, buy lithium ion. Like, because it lasts so much longer. I'm just looking at, like, I was just doing some more research on how much these batteries are going to last. Like, if you drain an AGM battery to 50%, it might last 2 years. But that depends. If you always drain to 50% every day, it'll last 2 years. But like a lithium ion, you'll have it for years, and like it's thousands. Some of them are like a couple thousand. Some of them are thousands. Like you're almost gonna spend the same amount of money. It weighs a bit less. Like there's 300 pounds of battery in there. Like, it's kind of ridiculous. Like, each of those batteries weighs about 100 pounds, and then the one at the back weighs like 70 pounds. So, yeah, like, it's just such a no-brainer. I just want people to know that. Like, just buy a good one. Battery isolator. Here's a little pitfall. Your alternator, just keep it around 100 amps. Okay, I upgraded to 130. I had to get a new serpentine belt, and then I realized that our battery isolator is only rated to 125. It says 150. It's the 150 Worthco Battery Doctor. They're not 150. They're 125. So don't upgrade your alternator past 125 amps. Just don't do it. And then I scoured the market. 125 amps for some reason is like the limit for these damn things, for the ones you want, for the automatic ones. So just just keep your amps under 120. You'll thank me.